And rolling. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rockthevox here, and it has been quite some time since we've seen something of this build quality, and I do apologize for a lack of videos on Minecraft. I've been tirelessly working on this and a handful of other projects in my server on Vice City. Yes, you heard me right. If you are seeing this video, you are probably seeing it on PMC, if not on my YouTube channel. I've even gone back to the underwater stuff as well, because a ship without a bottom cannot float. Let's see, can you see it? No, let me... Wait, why am I in the tools? Right. Night vision. There we go. Alright, let me just put this on. And there we go. Alright, as you can see, we have bilge keels, which help a big flat-bottom ship like this stay, well, stable while moving. And there they are, mirrored in length and in dimensions on both sides. I've even added the nice pointy bow. I do apologize if this seems a little odd because I am using pre-recorded footage and putting voiceovers to it. But yes, you can even see the hawser hole at the very tip of the front of the ship. And we are up on the forecastle. Yes, this is what it's called. And as you can see the slipways for the anchor cables and the capstans. I've measured everything back out the way it was in the original build and improved upon it significantly. So, marrying as much detail as possible from both shots from my original video and the movie. Why aren't these opening? There we go. As much as possible, and have applied as much realistic detail as possible. Now we are at the first set of elevator shafts as well as stairwells, and this goes almost to bottom. Let's see, can we find the entrance into this stairwell? Is that the stairwell? Yeah, it is. Why can't I get in there? Oh right, that's the smokestack. Derp. But yes, as you can see, we are now coming to the outside parada, I believe is what it's called. I hope I got that dimension right. But yes, I've even gone the extra mile to get the correct type of windows and spacing for each. The spacing was a big deal for me, as I felt it helped the accuracy and the realism. Man, what I tell you, the stern was a bitch and a half to replicate again. And that's probably not similar at all, but whatever, it's probably close enough. Alright, we are going to take a trip down the elevator shaft, don't mind the hole, to the lowest deck the shafts will go to, because, yeah, it works that way. And, yeah, here we are in the lowest deck possible, right at the bilges. We'll probably fill this in last. But let's take a trip down through this deck. Alright, and we are coming up... Alright, here we go. And we are coming up on the engine room. Yes, the engine room. I've spent quite a bit of time developing and testing this, and I have to admit, I love it. As you can see, we have a raw water intake and an exhaust port as well as a fuel line. And these are all piped up correctly, even though it doesn't matter, because I like accuracy. See? Exhaust line goes up there. And if we just zip down here, you could see exhaust, and this is our fuel line, which comes from the tanks behind the engine. And let's see, over here, we go, better example. We have our raw water intake pump, our starboard side fuel line, and our starboard side fuel, or exhaust system. I even decided to add a little clock head because I can, and it makes it look like a gauge. Now, I've gone the extra mile to try and replicate the details as much as possible. If the ship is sinking, that blue block of wool is there to represent the waterline as it's first shown in the movie. If I could just get through here. Yes, I did make the mistake of not having an extra deck, so we kind of squeezed it in. Subtly, that is. But yes, let's just take a trip down here. This is a hallway to maintenance the fuel tanks, should you ever need to, and probably the rudder shaft, because, yeah, kind of need to do that. I do apologize, as well as the prop shafts, if you saw them in there. Now we'll just travel back out, and we'll be on our way. Let's see, where are we going now? Head down the corridors. Look, you know what? Let's just, yeah, let's just browse the engine room a little bit more, or not. You know what? Let's just leave that open in case we decide to come back. Yeah, then we'll come to the stern cabin areas, I guess is what it would be called, and don't be fooled by the illusion of the rooms because they're supposed to be here. Now, remember these. Remember these. These are the exhaust lines for the engine, both of which are straight 6 format diesels, which are pretty common if they're not straight 4s. Now, here we are in the laundry room, or what will be the laundry room. And we'll come up, follow the exhaust. That's broken. Why is that broken? Get rid of it. Alright. And we're at the elevator shafts again. Now, if we follow the hole in the wall before we zip up, we'll notice the base of the smokestack, because diesels smoke a lot when they're under power. Yes, yes, they do go all the way. Now, we'll continue forward. This, I believe, will be the pool room at some point. And we have elevator shafts. Yay for elevator shafts. This will all be functional once the ship is done. And I just want to make this update video exclusively for the ship. And I will show off more of Vice City later on. Now we continue on. And let's see, where are we now? Oh, right, this is the cargo bay. Right, for the car, which will be added later. Alright, heading up the stairs again because we can, and we are back on E-deck, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, now, you know what we haven't shown off yet? Yeah, we didn't really do a good enough detail of the stern. I managed to get both pools accurately done, mind you, from in-movie screenshots, so that they're both as accurate as possible, and the rear cranes done and rebuilt. But you know what we haven't seen yet? Probably the piece de resistance, the helm. So let's head to the bridge. Welcome aboard. So yes, besides a few detailed changes here and there, I've tried to replicate the ship's bridge as much as possible and improved upon the original design I had by adding that radio room wall. These are based on schematics of the ship that I was able to find, as well as, well, besides dipping down in the smokestack, yes, it does go all the way down, as well as being able to have movie-accurate sets. Now, the original ship, just another flyby, man, I'll tell you that stern was a pain in the ass. The ship that you see in movie actually does not exist except for a handful of sets, with the exception of the tugboat. Now, I just really love how well this came out. I've even improved upon the radio tower, which was minimalistic at best. Now, you would be inside this as it would be a hollow tube, and fail. Now, if you're wondering what texture packs I'm using the Greenfield 1.8 texture pack, and you can pretty well see how far you can see from up here, which is really nice. And underneath that, I'm using the Huntington 3D Models pack. I'll probably be making my own hybrid pack soon, but that aside, I see we're at the end of the video, so I'll see you next time. Peace.